Tyreek Hill is active for tonight's game, but we've got a little bit of drama brewing on news wires as the rumor that his wrist ligament tear aggravation had to do with the week 1 arrest. That, we can argue whether he should have just listened or not. That's a whole nother debate. But apparently the wrist injury that he endured during this situation, his fault, not his fault, not here to discuss that necessarily. I'm here to discuss why we don't know anything about this stuff. We don't know anything about it. It's week number 10. We're about to breach week 11, and we don't even have good information on Tyreek Hill's injury, how bad it is, what it came from, what are we looking at. The fantasy football and betting worlds are spat on as if we don't matter, and I'm sick and tired of it. We make up a bigger population of the viewership than the regular Jim who's got his one jersey from 1993. He hasn't even bought a new jersey in the last 10 years. He's wearing a Jerry Rice jersey to the Niner games. He's wearing a Goff jersey on the wrong team to his absolute lambasting of a game he's watching live in stadium. This is ridiculous to me that the fantasy football worlds, the betting worlds don't get proper information. But we're here to discuss Tyreek Hill's torn ligament in his wrist, which was aggravated while he was arrested during the week 1 season opener debacle. So Hill will play tonight. That's good news. What will he do? How will he fare? How will Tua Tagovailoa fare? How will Kyren Williams
7 feet tall, and he knows how to handle.
How will Kyren fare? How will Achan fare?
Achan.
Bring it over, boys. Bring it over. Set it down real nice and steady. All right, ready? Lower it down, boys. Lower it down. Lower it down. There we go. There we go. Fire it up. Fire it up.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
Whenever news breaks, sick or healthy, your boy's got a flu of some sorts. You can tell by my voice, but I've already done a live premiere on how to trade CeeDee Lamb, or do you even trade CeeDee Lamb? The video is titled, What Do You Do With Lamb? And what's the next video gonna drop? This one right here. What do you do with Malik Neighbors? Do you trade him? Do you hold him? Do you go after him? I've got a video dropping on this. We're gonna start doing more one player segment videos on this channel, and it all starts with the Lamb. The Neighbors will go on from there. So get ready for that one. Tyreek Hill suiting up for tonight's game, but this wrist injury that was a torn ligament re-aggravation from the week 1 arrest, when this man, you can argue he should have just listened and dealt with the whole situation after. Like, hey, this guy's going to get in some serious trouble for his power trip, which the guy totally had. But Tyreek tried to make a big scene at the same time. You can argue it any way you want. This is a perspective, okay? There's no right or wrong to this scenario. There were a lot of weird things going on in this situation. There was a big abuse of power for sure, but there was also a let's make a dramatic situation out of something. He didn't need to get himself put in a situation where he got cuffed and sat down. He should have tried to avoid this, but he didn't. Instead, he wanted to dramatize it, and now the guy's got a damn re-aggravation of a ligament, and we don't really know too much about it until now, because we're neglected in the NFL space. What do we make of this situation? I don't know. If Hill doesn't thrive tonight, we've got serious panic chamber discussions happening after the game. You know me. I go live before games. I go live after the game. I do a countdown, whether it's Monday, Thursday, Sunday games, and then when Sunday and afternoon games are over. Except for this week, I didn't do I did it after the Sunday evening game because my voice was completely shot. I didn't have a single octave coming out. But I'll be back after this game. If Hill doesn't explode, we're in total panic chamber mode. Now, hopefully Hill's wrist injury, the torn ligament, can get better as the season progresses. Hopefully a big win tonight and a wide open 60-yard bomb, because you can still run. His wrist injury does not excuse his inability to get open and catch a damn football, or to at least be open on a 70-yard drop where he's totally out in the wild, just 70 yards, and then his wrist is hurting him. Oh, he drops the ball. We don't even see that. So his wrist has nothing to do with whether he's been producing or at least showing us signs that he can produce. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And Tua being back, you think would have ignited something, and it did. 70 yards last week. It was something. I am hopeful. There is a glimmer of hope that the old Tyreek Hill pops off tonight. If he doesn't pop off tonight, we have to inward look at this thing and start admitting some things. But I'm not ready to give up yet. I'm not ready to give up. We've got a spotlight prime time Monday night kickoff against the Rams. This is going to be hopefully an explosion fest that was similar to the Thursday night game. We had our best game on Thursday night football, where Joe Burrow and the Bengals exploded and had a marvelous day. And Jamar Chase is a surgeon on the field like his quarterback is. These guys are absolutely knifing up defenses. And then we got this situation. It's kind of like a sandwich. It's good and it's great with a whole bunch of bad in between on Sunday. Sunday was weird. Sunday was bad. Sunday, everybody crawled to the finish. I don't want to hear people saying, oh, Smitty had a bad week. Everybody had a bad week on Sunday. The Sunday players didn't play well, historically low. Like, everybody suffered at some level on Sunday. It was Sunday players. It was Thursday, and it's hopefully Monday. And keep in mind all the players in this game: Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, Kyron Williams, Matthew Stafford. You've got Tyreek Hill, Waddle, Tua. This is the Achane. This is an absolute plethora of fantasy football talent that was plucked from the player pool. So all those other players left on Sunday with the Thursday and Monday game talent that was taken out of the Sunday pool. It was a slim picking situation anyway. It's weird to me when people think that this is all on this is me. Look at me, poor me. My team was bad this week. My team was really bad. Everybody's team was bad this week. Pull your pants up, roll your sleeves up, get with it. Stop crying about it. We're here to change your life. I'm here to save lives. That's what I do here. I don't have a voice. Do you hear me? Even though it sounds like I'm crying, do you hear me crying? I'm here to save your week, to help save your season. And we've got work to do. Even if you've got 3 wins and it looks bleak, we're here to turn it around. And if we don't turn it around, we're going to train you into a fantasy football assassin so that next year you're absolutely crushing it. So don't give up on the training that you might be needed here in this week 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 that's training you for next season. You give up, pack it in, and go to the water cooler and cry me a river every day with Steve and Margaret and Bill from accounting, and you say, how poor me, I had suffered a lot of injuries. Instead of using this time to hone in on your skills, shame on you. We're here to do work. We're here to do work. Cooper Kupp hasn't had a haircut in 75 days. It looks that way. I don't know if this TV's upside down because his beard looks longer than the top of his head. I don't know which is which, but Cooper Kupp looks ready to play football. He looks like he hasn't touched a razor or a comb or anything in weeks, because he might have some sort of bad luck situation going on if he was to touch a comb or a razor. He's ready to rumble. I can see it in his eyes. Cooper Kupp is going crazy. In this video I have that talks about how to go acquire neighbors, how to trade away neighbors, you'll hear Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua in that video, and I'm going to probably have to put a little clip in saying that this was recorded prior to the game because if Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp explode like I think they can tonight, they won't be in any sort of trade conversations because they're going to be cooking.
Let him cook.
They'll be cooking. They'll be cooking. You'll be cooking. I'll be cooking. We'll all be cooking. Tua Tagovailoa should be cooking. Hopefully. It's that kind of game, right? We got Kyron Williams scores a touchdown on nearly every play. According to, hold on, let me see if that data is correct. Hey, Sam, can we have you run the numbers on that? Kyren Williams, he scores a touchdown every what? Every what? Every time he plays. Every time he plays. Let's go look and see how that looked last year. He played 12 games and he had 12 rushing touchdowns. He played 12 games last year and he had 15 touchdowns. The guy does nothing but score touchdowns. It's baffling to me that we had, and we're going to do an ADP recap video. Any super chats come rolling in, drop them like it's hot. I'll answer them in order in which they're received. This is an ADP ranking, I believe, back from August. And I have to say, our biggest home runs, one of them, Rashee Rice got injured. That would have been one of our very biggest home runs. That sucks. But this Kyren Williams, 16 overall, that was like late in August. That was September, actually. This is September, like, first ADP. He was down in like the late 20s to 2-3 turn for a majority of the offseason. Absolute steal. Kyren Williams to the mother freaking moon. He's been such a smash. London. We are higher on London than anybody. Achan. Come on. There's so many busts on here too, though. Like McCaffrey, obviously, he's going to try and turn the tide. Hill, total disappointment. CeeDee Lamb, disappointment. JJ, okay. Jamar Chase, good. Amon-Ra, good. Bijan, fantastic. Breece Hall, Breece Hall's number 6 or 7 on running back scoring. Let's not get crazy here. Barkley, steal. AJ Brown's been good. Garrett Wilson, been good. We're worried. Gibbs, we're fine. Gibbs is a top 6 running back. What is everybody complaining about? JT, Marvin Harrison Jr., big bust so far this year. Absolutely. Hopefully he turns that around. There's still a lot of time. Week 11, week 12, week 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 7 weeks to do something. It's crazy when you look at ADP data. We should do an ADP data review show. Yeah, so smashing. Let me see if I don't know if my super chats were turned on. That might be on me. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can fix this. All right, somebody try now and test it if you can. I'm sorry about that. Buy lows. We'll definitely have some buy lows. We'll be doing waiver wire after this game. We're here to kind of talk about the game, the players in the game, the projections of the players in the game, dilemmas you may or may not have, but also we're here to really discuss what in the hell's going on with Tyreek Hill's wrist and how, this situation why didn't we know much about this? Why didn't we know much about this at all? How come we didn't hear a single person talk about Tyreek Hill re-injuring his ligament? Or if they did it briefly at the onset of the incident, we never heard anything else about it. Should I start Puka or Tyreek? Puka. Easily Puka. I don't know why the super chats aren't going through. Let me try now. Someone try and drop something. I get sick a lot. I haven't got sick in a long time, bro. I've had 4 or 5. First of all, when you don't go out, human Ziggy, you know this. You should know this. You don't get exposed to a lot. Here we go. Kevin, drop one. Thank you, Kevin, for testing it. He tested with a $20 hauler.
To Mars.
Kevin, appreciate you. When you don't go out very much, bro, you don't build up an immune system to all the things you can catch in the world. I go out for food and I go exercise and I come back in my cave and I work. But my family's brought home 4 or 5 colds. I haven't got it once, so you're kind of off base on this one. But your boy Smitty's been doing pretty well, actually, until this recent cold or flu or whatever the hell I have. Mills, appreciate you with the $1 hauler. Thank you. I don't see anything. Well, you can't attach anything to a $1, but I appreciate you. You want me to take a lap for leaving Nico in my lineup with no replacement plan? Well, I still got the win and a fat 0 from Nico. My Nico replacement plan is burrowing my opponent with little Chase Brown. I know you're joking with me, but I like to address what you're trying to call out so that when people stumble upon it, Kevin, they understand what we're saying here. In no way, shape, or form did I ever advise anybody not to have a backup plan for Nico. Nico is questionable. A questionable player, and I know you know this and you're joking half the time, but again, I'm trying to explain it, just for people that don't know. Your player that's listed as questionable is 50-50 to play. But there are times where they're on the right side of it, the wrong side of it. And Nico, everything we saw was on the right side of it. So we were enthusiastic about it. We were taking some gambles. Just like people that didn't take a gamble on Tyreek, he's playing tonight. You got to take stabs. You got to take gambles. And 80% of the time when it feels like they're on the right side of 50-50, and it usually works out, there's going to be those times you have to have a replacement option for yourself. That's not on me. I can't say, yeah, I'm pretty excited he's going to play. All the news seems to indicate he's going to play. And yes, I told you to take a lap when you kept saying, are we starting Nico or this garbage option? I made you take laps left and right because if Nico was going to play, Nico was better than those options. Now, congrats on the win. Thank you for the $20 hauler. And let's keep it rolling. Smitty test. Thank you, Sean. I don't know why my super chats were off. I had to reinstall and restart some things, so usually my settings get jacked up. Kyron, let's go.
He's Kyron, he's 7 feet tall, and he knows how to handle a ball. He's Kyron, he can take frowns and turn them upside down with his touchdowns.
HN, let's have a day, HN.
HN is the man. His haters call him small.
But he is 9 feet tall.
He's 9 feet tall. Kevin, I appreciate you right back. I'm never mad at you, Kevin. I'm hard on you, but I'm never mad at you. You come in and drop $20 super chats and make me yell at you at the same time. It's a confusing dynamic, but we love Kevin, and Kevin's welcome here anytime. 5-0 since I joined your channel. There we go. Let's go. Mashed potatoes. Yeah, buddy. 5-0 since you joined the channel. Next stop, the moon. Let's send you to Mars if you don't mind me being a little presumptuous and assuming you like a little cold weather.
To Mars.
To Mars you go, my boy. Double. He's gonna have moon and Mars double fist. How about both?
To the moon.
How about both? Double dividends. Double fist in the planets. Just wanted to show some love. You showed the love, and the love is appreciated. Double. Keep dropping doubles, bro. Appreciate you. Will Waddle finally show double digits? I don't know. Ask Double. Hopefully he gets at least 80 yards and a touch, maybe 50 and a touch, maybe 100 total yards, and 0 touchdowns, but 5-6 receptions. Okay, Waddle has been disappointing. Of course he has. Linked to arrest. No shot, says Hayden. Thank you, Hayden, for coming in and reporting with your amazingly accurate details. No need. Waddle under 10 points, says Travis. All right, let's dial in.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Dial into the show. Do it live. Your boy has got a neighbor's video that's going to be ready. I don't know if I'm going to post it tonight. Probably tomorrow. I'll probably drop it tomorrow because there is some Tyreek Hill or there is some Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp references in it, and I might have to just put a little, addendum in there. It's, because if they go nuts tonight, they're not going to be really accessible in the trade ideas and concepts I look up. But I still want the video to post. And if anything, I can interrupt and say, look, this is the kind of stuff that vanishes if you don't jump on it quick. So these other examples are you need to be prudent. You need to be prudent at this juncture. We got kickoff happening. We got Celtics with a $2.99 or $1.99. Just looked at Bijan last 6 weeks. Sheesh. He's been eating, bro. He's been eating. All he does is score touchdowns. It's what he likes to do. He's told you. We've asked him, what do you like to do? Diamond, you're live. What can I do for you really briefly, bro? The game just kicked off and I've got to I gotta do my Peyton Manning. What can I do for you?
I don't know. I'll probably just super chat later.
Well,
just enjoy the game.
Well, super chat later anyway, but hit me with it. Let me help you while I got you here. Go.
Well, I gotta make space for Trey McBride on the bye week, but it's gonna have to be like a full roster thing. So.
Well, hit me with it as quick.
For one, or
hit me with the main players we can trade rather than your entire lineup. Go ahead, quick as you can.
Okay, I got CD.
CD.
I got Nico. Maybe I could throw Debo or Tank Dell in there.
Debo, okay. Debo and
I got
Dell.
Ramondre Stevenson.
We got Waddle with the catch. That's about a 18-yarder. Okay, Debo. I'm sorry. Who after Debo? Debo and what?
What did I say? Tank Dell.
Dell. Okay.
James Conner. Ramondre Stevenson.
Okay.
D-Hop.
All right. Anybody else of note?
I'm rostering 2 quarterbacks.
Okay.
So I guess I could just drop the quarterback.
Well, who are the 2 quarterbacks?
Same 2. I got Goff and Allen.
Yeah, no, Josh Allen. Okay, Allen, fantastic. Okay, and tight ends, you got 2 tight ends?
No, not just the one. I traded Brock Bowers earlier in the season for Drake London.
Where's Drake London? H-N catching a ball. Okay, no gain. Who's your tight end?
Trey McBride, and he has his bye week next week, so I'm just trying.
Okay, but you no longer have London, right?
No, I still have London. I traded earlier this year. I traded Brock Bowers.
I don't think you said London. I don't know. Maybe you did. Okay, so
it's getting them out. It's getting them out whole roster now.
Okay, so London, CD, Nico, Debo, Dell, Connor, McBride, Hopkins, Stevenson, Josh Allen. Is that correct? And you?
Yeah, I mean, I got more, but
okay.
Like I said,
who do you want to acquire? Who do you want to acquire? Let's make this snappy. HN in motion, runs to the right, catches a football, about 3-yard gain. Who do you want to trade for? Hurry.
Maybe Derrick Henry.
Henry. Okay, Henry.
So I go for something elite, I'm assuming.
London might need to be used, but what I want to use is CD here. Can we use CD?
Yeah.
CD and Connor CD and Connor for Henry and something. And I'm not saying you're going to get something massive, but maybe you get somebody to give you they make a mistake and you can somehow just get another player that you like a lot.
Yeah.
I think that Connor and CD's a lot. Is it worth Henry? Probably, straight up. Might be. To a scrambling wide open is Waddle. Waddle, massive play. Waddle's probably got 40 yards already. Fantastic. And this is great for the Rams, although we don't want the Dolphins. Not that the Dolphins are going to be up by a lot, I don't think. But we want to make sure that Kyron's still in the mix. But this is good because I'm more worried about the Dolphins getting out of it and then HM not getting enough rushing attempts. So this is great. Guys, would you guys please vote on this one? Would you rather have Derrick Henry or Connor and CeeDee Lamb? CeeDee Lamb and Connor or Derrick Henry? Should he do this straight up? Nice end around. Look at this. Touchdown. Wow. 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 That was Washington. That was Malik Washington on an end around 18-yard rushing. This has been some good play calling by Miami. Mike McDaniel. He's in his bag tonight. He decided not to look like a surfer boy anymore and decided to go a little bit more dorky looking, and that's how he made his bag. I think he's reverting back to the old look for old time's sake. It's done him well. Everyone's saying King Henry. So, yeah, you might just ask for just Henry back. And if that won't work, I mean, you're going to probably have to give up London and Connor. And I know that's not something you want to do, but if you want King Henry, bro, I don't think anybody's just going to give you King Henry for, like, Connor and Hopkins. You could try that. You could try Hopkins and Connor, but I don't think that's getting King Henry.
Yeah, also another problem with CD is the owner that had CD. I just traded it today for Checo, like a couple of days ago. He was the one that had CD, and we traded. So now I'm literally giving him CD right back to him, so I don't know.
Yeah. All right, well, hey, Super Chat, another question off of that. I'll try and remember that. All right, later, bro. Appreciate you.
All right. I'll do it on the next show after the game.
All right, later.
Later, Smitty.
All right, Kevin, you're live.
What up, Smitty? It's nice to talk to you. But I just wanted to give a shout out to all the people getting fantasy dubs this week, and I just wanted to say real quick, Chase Brown! Chase Brown, please report to Kevin's lineup. Chase Brown. I have to say, I never thought I'd say this, but he's blowing my expectations out of the water, which is that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot. He's been absolutely phenomenal. What is he, running back 8 right now on the year? Not just recently, on the year. I think he's running back 8 in most scoring formats. So, fantastic, bro.
No, 100%. But I think this value is sticky, and I think it's here to stay. Because the thing is, like, they don't have any other running backs, so Bengals are probably one of the top 3 most explosive offenses, and now you've got a running back at his talent getting fed 20-plus touches a game, getting all the receiving work, getting all the goal line work.
Yeah.
So just because of that, like, it's got to stick.
And what happens when Khalil Herbert comes into the game the first time, fumbles the ball right away, and they take him right out? They're like, screw this. What are we doing? Get Chase Brown back in the lineup. I mean,
100%.
you remember when that caller, or was it a caller, or was it just I think it might have just been a chatter, but when I said Chase Brown's got top 15, 18 overall value potential. He was like, this host, is everybody watching? Like he's talking for everybody. Is everybody seeing this guy? He's calling Chase Brown top 15 to 18 overall potential talent. What's this guy doing? Am I right? And then the whole chat's like not even, they're like, bro. And he goes out and does what he did last week. That guy won't be found. He won't be here ever again. That guy's never coming back to this channel.
The Ravens are one of the hardest run defenses in the league.
Yeah. I'm not saying if we're, I mean, I don't even know anymore what people are thinking because people are going to love him now. But walking into the week, I wasn't suggesting you draft him at 14 or 15 overall if you were redrafting today. I just meant his values could be right there at 15, 16, 17. And now I don't know. I don't know where people would draft. I think he would be a second rounder potentially.
Yeah, because there's very few running backs who get the amount of touches that he gets, let alone in one of the highest scoring offenses in the league.
All right, hold on one second. Well, is this Kevin, the super chatter, Kevin Williams?
Yeah.
Okay, this is him. Oh, look how excited he gets. This is him. Yeah. Hold on. Kyron Williams, fake handoff, but they throw it to him. That's all right. It's a loss. He didn't have any chance on that one. He got swarmed before he even gripped the football. It touched his fingertips and he got swarmed. Let's run him. Let's see what he does running the ball. Kyron Williams is, I don't know, if you had to say the biggest home run on the channel this year, and I'm not saying I didn't miss things too. I'm not trying to just do a pat myself on the back game, but Chase Brown's one of them. But do you think Kyron as a second to third round pick was better? What's been more impactful, Kyron or Chase Brown at value?
Honestly, Kyron's season long. But here's the thing, down the stretch, it's got to be Chase Brown because Kyron was going second, third round. Chase Brown was round 10.
Yeah.
But Kyron and Chase Brown are both very similar to me. They're both workhorses. Chase Brown reminds me a lot of Breece Hall. And I'd say Chase Brown runs a lot like Kyron too, though. That's not a bad comparison. They kind of like a mix between the two.
All right, Kevin, I got to go. Appreciate the super chats, buddy boy.
Appreciate you.
All right, later.
Later.
He got so excited when I'm like, is this Kevin Williams, the super chatter? Yeah. Yeah. Trade Tillman for Bucky Irving. Yeah, I'm okay with that, Mark. I'd probably rather have Bucky Irving right now. He rotates doing things. And Mark Cleveland with the $20 hauler.
To Mars.
Send Mark Cleveland to Mars and don't let him come back because that's where he belongs. Drop DJ for Pearsall or Hollins. We can't pick up Mac Hollins. I'm keeping DJ Moore probably, bro. I'm worried about his situation, but he's still got some trade value. I like Pearsall a lot. I'd almost say Pearsall's going to be so hit and miss. You're going to bench him, and then he's going to go nuts when you put him in, or when you put him on the bench, and then he's going to go back. He's going to be bad when you put him in your lineup. I like Pearsall a lot. I just don't know. I think DJ Moore's you gotta hold out faith that DJ Moore gets involved more, and he's just got better trade value. I'm not saying don't get Pearsall though. Would you trade JT and Lamb for St. Brown and James Cook? Would you trade JT and Lamb for St. Brown and James Cook? JT and Lamb for St. Brown and James Cook. JT and Lamb. Give me St. Brown and James Cook. Give me St. Brown and James Cook. 10-man full PPR. I have A.J. Brown, Jamar Chase, DK, Scary Terry, Tillman. Who to trade for running back? I have Demont and J.K. Dobbins. A.J. Brown, Jamar Chase, DK, Scary Terry. I would probably trade J.K. Dobbins and Scary Terry for Hall or Gibbs. I would go after Hall or Gibbs without a hesitation at running back. I would use Monty if I needed to, but I'd try not to. And I think Scary Terry and JK can get you one of those guys. They're the two best buy low RBs in fantasy football, period. I'll be back after the game. Appreciate every single one of you. We'll do a recap show, maybe the waiver wire show, or it depends how the game goes. We might just be talking about the game. Appreciate all your super chats. Appreciate every single one of you. I'll be back. We're always live after the game ends.